There you go, so we have 3 shots to the face. I put in 3 cards, so let's say they have 3 PGs, so 3 kills. We see a trigger, then we hit a red kill. We don't though. That's a PG, so they only have PGs after white kills. And a game! Wow! Good card. Don't skip on it.
Hey yo, how's it going everyone? Entropy here today with another video. I actually just went through the entire thing, but then I realized I didn't record, so hopefully this take is the one take that I need because I'm kind of tired. But after you all voted, I guess 270 of you voted, I guess the first JP deck profile we will be doing will be the Nova Grappler Extreme Battler archetype, and I'm really excited to showcase this for you. So I guess without further ado, let's skip the BS and get straight to it. So of course there's 2 different builds, one with crit, one without, one with 9 draws. Personally, surprisingly, you know, even though this is supposedly the less consistent approach, I do prefer the 2 crit variant. So let's talk about this. I'll talk about the 9 draw one really quickly as well. But in general, this is the starter. When you stand something in the same column, restand it GB1. Sometimes you don't want to be using the skill, and I'll explain why later, because some on hits gives a unit restand and plus 3k. If this is already stood, you cannot do the restand play, and so sometimes if you want an AK booster to actually hit numbers, don't use the skill, and it's one of the small intricacies that actually help you improve, and that's an option that you need to recognize. Stride fodder helps you search for a victor, helps you stride, very good. PGs help you countercharge. We don't need an archetype one like a Blau, so very good. 4 of these 7Ks, when you restand a unit in the same column, with a skill, give it plus 3, so helps you scale up numbers without restanding this unit. Or if this unit didn't even need to boost, then you can actually hit, act as a 10k booster in essence. Soul Blast 2 draw 1, very good. We only play 1 because you don't really get more than 2 soul, and you honestly don't really need it, and you'd rather have other bodies on the field, so there's that. The rate 2 is Cool Hack is very cool, very important. It's one of your only ways to push when your opponent's at 5. On attack, when boosted, can last 1 to restand something and give it plus 3. So it needs to attack Vanguard, so it's a bit troubling when you're on Victor or something else. But otherwise, it's really strong, and I'll explain one other way to actually trigger Cool Hack more consistently. But generally speaking, it does require GB1. But yeah, save these for your late game, pushes. Next, we have these 9+5s. When restand becomes a 14k beater, which is really nice because when you restand something, generally speaking, you're giving it plus 3k with these skills like Cool Hank, like Victor, whatever. So it becomes a 17k beater, which hits those 11k, 16k, 21k with a boost. So it's nice. Next, we'll play 2 of these Sonic Hedgehogs? Question mark. Vanguard Circle, Rigor Circle on place. You can give a unit a skill. Rigor Circle once per turn. When this restood by a skill, draw 1, countercharge 1. Reason why we're playing this at 2, not 3, not 4, is because, well, I only tried it with 3, but you don't really get a lot of restand plays until you are post GB1, right? So, the use of this early game is low. Sometimes you need to hit numbers when you're going second, and the 1 draw and countercharge is nice, but countercharge isn't really a big problem, honestly, for my play. The draw is solid. But overall, because you only have so much room to actually use this card effectively, and you might as well rather play out your beat sticks that actually scale up, I tune this down to 2. And lastly, we play 3 times Riser, which is really important. Early game piece. Vanguard Rigor Circle on place, check the top card. If it's grade 2 or less, superior, call it. If it's not, put it back to the deck. So in case, you check a grade 3, you don't need to call it out. In case you call a grade 2 or grade 1, which is always good, then you can superior call it, and if it's grade 0 at seal, well, too bad. But if it's a crit, at least you can put into soul and draw 1 and pump up your Vanguard's number, which is free body is good. Free body is good, especially in a deck that doesn't generate a lot of resources. Next, we have Victor, GB2, whatever. This card's skill is like on hit. You can restand something, rarely use it because GB2 is a bit too late, and your opponent's probably already at 5. If not, then you probably lost. In addition, your stride skill. So when you stride on top of this unit, gives the stride Vanguard Circle once per turn. On hit, can last 1, restand something, give it plus 3. So that's really valuable, and on place plus 3 to bully those 9k Vanguards if you're going first. We played this guy at 3. GB1, can last 2 to activate the skill. On this turn, give a unit plus 2k and retire something with less power than that unit. This is huge because as long as you're pumping up a grade 2, you can kind of retire anything in the front or back row. And getting rid of those intercepts is really nice. Helps you set up those cool hack plays. you know, just so that you can actually have multiple cool hacks to the face to restand, and seal off games sometimes. So even if you miss the Victor, this is a great alternate ride. And on play Soul Blast 1, call something from your hand, give a unit +5, so it doesn't have to be the unit you superior called. And that way, you know, even though you don't have as many multi-attack avenues, you can still have a unit that's more pumped up and ready to go. So just in case you missed all your 9Ks, you know, and you only have the Sonic Hedge or the Transrider, it can still be 13K, 12K, and it can still do some damage and scale up properly. And lastly, we play 2 crits, and for heals, the crits are nice because it does help you scale up your Vanguard number by 5K, it helps you draw a card, and even if you defensive check it by accident, damage check it, you can still get the draw, so it's not that bad. The crits can apply early game pressure, which is really solid as well, and I do know that it does make it a bit inconsistent because your on hits, well, could be in jeopardy, but you know, if you recognize that it's actually okay because we do play the GR, which restands itself. GB2, Caramelis 2, Persona Flip. Once per turn, you lose your drive, -1 drive, so it's triple drive to double drive now, twin drive. Vanguard Circle once per turn. At the end of the battle, discard attack the Vanguard, discard 2 cards, restand, draw a card. So you can actually restand this unit with an extra crit. If you do drive check a crit when your opponent's at 4, which is fine, you know, you're pushing out 2 PGs, and next turn you can then go for a more traditional play. And you know, it's all fine. It's all fine. If your opponent's held at 4, losing 1 PG, it means that your opponent can't heal back to 4. If you're at 5 already, and it just opens up for a different approach. So it is a little trickier to play because, of course, there's more luck involved. There's more variance involved, but it does come in quite clutch sometimes. We play 3 of these. Ideally, you'd be playing 4 on hit. You know, restand something +3, so it's solid. With the Victor, then you can restand 2 things and give them +3/+3. So if it's the same column, it becomes +6, which is quite nice. And we play 1 of these vanillas because we don't have the stuff. So ideally, you'd be playing 4 of these and 4 of these, but that's basically it. I see now. I see why it's telling me that we don't have 8. But yeah, you just fill up these because you can. And with the draw variant, if you're interested in the draw variant, you know, with the draw variant, you're playing less Transriser. You don't need that board filling. We're playing, you know, more because you can draw into it later, I guess. But playing Golden Angler to scale up, you know, is still quite nice. You know, 9 + 4, 13, 17. Hits really good numbers. And we are playing these as well, which helps you scale up as well. It's the 10K + 4K. So that's really nice. And of course your on hits are more consistent, so that is something to consider. Personally, I like the crit variant more because the draw variant, it decked me out sometimes, and you know, you don't have that pressure to actually hit and push for damage early game, and it does hurt. You know, the 5K does help you scale up with the GR to actually hit over those heal trigger numbers, which can be quite handy. So that's basically it. Let's go into a few games and see how this deck performs. So I mean, overall, this deck, I've been having a lot of fun with it because generally speaking, this is the closest to completed deck I have besides the Gear Chronicles, and I've been playing Gears for like the last 2 weeks, basically exclusively. So it's a nice change of pace. As I said in the event overview or the guide or the walkthrough, whatever you want to call it, really, this deck, you know, the event is really free to play friendly, especially if you're opening a new account. So if you are intending to open a new account for G, or if you are intending to play a clan event clan, you know, you can consider to open a new account simply because it makes life so much easier, completing everything. So we're going to be playing against Gear Chronicles. We're going to get rid of the heal. We're going second, so I think we have 1 extra chance to draw a grade 3. That's fine. And let me turn on the animations for everyone. So I did miss out on these really cute G sleeves because we did miss the Chrono Birthday Festival. We started when G started. They're running the on play Soul Charge 1. For this starter, generally you're going to be putting it in the bottom, the corners, not behind the Vanguard, unless you have 4 GRs and you really want that 5K boost, which is really rare. But yeah, here we do have the Victor, we do have the Stride Fighter, so let's just ride this. I'm gonna put it here. It doesn't matter if it's the left side or right side. We're just gonna battle swing. Ooh, SP, SP. So cool hacks are nice. This is solid. We might need it because we don't have a lot of pieces right now. So we might have to actually ride a cool hack to actually hit those 9k numbers. But here we're building up that 12k column, bully that 7k Vanguard, which is quite solid, yeah. Alright, the 9+3s. And if you don't like the golden anglet, you can play the GBU 1 9+3, I guess. Draw trigger, very nice. You know, that's another strike fodder. Another one, okay. We're gonna ride this. Don't really want to commit. I think we're fine. You know, if we leave that column there, you know, they have to use a skill or they minus or they don't have an intercept next turn. We did heal, which is really big. I got it whiffed. So yeah, heal good, always heal good. So it's Chrono Jet, which we know they have. So yeah, they can't GB1 yet, so they can't use the starter skill, so it's kind of just stuck there. Can't really do much with it. But yeah, 14k. The 11+3 does help you bully those 9k Vanguards, which is one of the saving graces of going first, I guess. So defensive crit still lets you draw, which still feels fine. 2, 4, 6, 8. We're at 8. We can still draw, and we're around the victor. So we don't have the animation because we don't have the skin. I don't even know if the skin version have the animation. But anyways, we're just gonna discard the Victor. The Stride Fodders are still fine as boosters, especially since in this hand we might not have that many options, especially when our opponent's gears and can mow them down like nothing. So here we keep drawing into our triggers, but that's okay. Let's see what we can do. Thinking about my numbers, just really quick. Kind of want to save the cool hack for later. It's 13, 11. And hit. Heal. Heal. Crit. Okay, we're gonna restand this. So because everyone's playing new PGs, or generally everyone's playing new PGs, this is definitely something. This is 29. Well, there's no reason to restand the other column, I guess. Let's just draw one. Nope, no reason to. And we're just gonna swing rear guard because we can. So yeah, are they gonna meme street flare us? And fun fact, if you watch the short, you will know that our opponent 6 damage healed from one of these wombo combo plays, and the turn after they meme street flared me, and I lost from that, but I didn't have the footage, so that sucked. Yeah, that sucked. It's okay. This is great GR. SP2, yo, that's sick. You know, after getting this unit, you know, the deck feels so much better because it's so much more consistent. You search out your garbage tricks like this, Lazar Puli or something like that, and it just feels really good. Here, this unit hits 9+2, which is 11k, which is a number you really like because sometimes you don't have the boosters and gears. They got rid of my starter. Are they gonna get rid of one more thing? I'm just gonna wipe my board. That's okay. Attacking to rear guards, interesting. Heal trigger, but no heal, Heal trigger. So yeah, here we have a few plays. We can choose to stride into this. We can stride into a vanilla to use the cool hanks. We can ride into this to actually retire, and honestly, that could be the play. So I just want to showcase this. Let's do it. The GR is fine as well, but the GR is only pushing for 2 PGs, which let's do this. Soul Blast 1. Soul Blast the cool hand. Call the cool hand, because man's cool. And we're gonna give it 5k. And we're not gonna stride. And we're gonna use the skill. Oh, yeah, we're gonna use the skill. Kill. Do we kill? Do we kill? Then we only have counter blast 1. I think that's fine. Does it give 2k? Yep. I think this could be a misplay. I don't have a lot of practice with it, but it definitely is. I just want to showcase that it's a great addition, and definitely to not underestimate it. Drop trigger. I guess we can put it to here, and we win because the right column then attacks, restands, and then the left column can call for a lethal as well, which is nice. So yeah, striding, as Daigo said in the anime, striding is not the only strategy. Sometimes, you know, grade 3s can still do the job, and just because you can stride doesn't mean you have to stride, even though most of the time it is the way to go. But yeah, big brain times, boys, big brain times. Alright, Nova Grapplers mirror match. So we can't lose this anyways, because if our opponent wins, then it's, you know, better showcase of Nova Grapplers, which is fine by me. Transriser, very good. I like to see that. Grade 3 Searcher, very solid as well. That's fine, you know, the crit, you know, as long as we draw into the victor, we are the victor. Alright, we did not see the victor, which is a shame, but we do want to ride up. We don't want to ride the PG. So here we are. Maybe we're stuck with a crit with nowhere to go, with no way home. See, I tried to reference. Playdown mechanics is solid as well, like especially with if you want to do the play that we did just now to win. That extra counterblast could help you get one more cool hack restand, which is quite cool. So if you're going first, then the Transriser ride makes sense. 7k body on the radar circle doesn't make much sense anyways. So it does make more sense here. So here we're just gonna build up a 14k column. I think that's good enough. We're just gonna swing. And no trigger. It's the risers. Interesting. So this does get you the extra crit, the extra restands on Legion. So no, on attack when in Legion. Yeah, when attack when in Legion. Cool Hank, very cool. The 12k for risers. So obviously most of your deck aren't going to be risers, but still nice. Still nice. Are they going to be? Yeah. So if they're attacking like this, you know, they could just be messing with me, but they could be playing stands, they could be playing draws, or crits. But yeah, here, I guess this is the only ride target we have, so we're just gonna go for it. And on place, I could just Soul Blast 1, Superior Claw something. And they give it 5k. I guess, might as well. Here, take 5k. Do we call? Do we call? Do we call? Do we call? Let's conserve it. Let's conserve it. But yeah, Legion is quite interesting as well. I've seen some people play the Ultimate Riser, Mega Flare, for the simple crit. And in general, you know, when you're striding a lot, you will cycle through the deck fast because you know, you will get triple drive. You get the one draw from striding, and so they whiffed the grade 3. I guess they didn't even want to misride like we did. But that's nice. It gives us a chance. Okay, the Brutal Jack or Genocide Jack. You know, if you're JP OG, hits those nice numbers. Attacking to the revert. Interesting. Interesting. I guess it's 9k. You know, if they don't see a trigger, it would have been a waste of a swing. So there we go. So here we can stride now. So let's do that. Stride, draw a card, very good, and it gets our GB1 active. Interesting. well, I guess this is what we're gonna do. We need the boost. And our 26 is going to scan the right column, which is going to become a 19, which is nice numbers. If you see a trigger, we put it on the left side. If our opponent doesn't see a defensive, but we didn't. It was 22 actually, with the 3 extra K. Draw, Extreme Battle. Next turn, we can choose to go into the to this guy again, or we can go into the GR. But yeah, the GR I think is a bit overrated. It is a big chunky number, 26k. Vanguard swings twice, twin drive, quadruple check turn. But you know, a lot of your rearguard, you know, like Cool Hank, the one of swings Vanguard, and most of the time I do think that the Cool Hank plays are cooler than the GR plays. The GR Chemist 2 discarding 2 is a bit expensive for my taste. But yeah, opponent's gonna get the victor. They're gonna push us to 5, I guess. But Cool Hank needs to swing rearguard, but they can restand the Cool Hank, and then the Cool Hank can do stuff. So heal trigger. Oh no, they're gonna turn this all around against us. But I mean, overall, they saw more triggers than we did. You know, they're more defensives. But we doing fine. We doing fine with that heal. That's nice. I mean, it's not gonna. Ooh, thank you for subscribing. I know, obviously, you're subscribing when I'm recording this video, so you're not watching this, but hopefully when you're seeing this, you get a little shout out. Appreciate it. So yeah, if we're gonna attacks first, then the Cool Hank, I guess, can't scale up, so it's fine. It's just pushing us to 4, and we see a defensive draw, which is really solid, and that's the end of the turn. Oh, do we stride? That's the question. I guess we can. I guess we can. Striding good. Striding good. Ideally, you don't really see that many heal triggers popping off because that's pain sometimes. But here, what do we do? What do we do? What do we do? What do we do? Nope. It's kind of the same board that our opponent has. Yeah, the Cool Hank with the starter, and then the 9k with the 7k. We're basically doing the same thing. So the right side, Cool Hank becomes 17. So we're going to put the power to the left side. Oh, actually, we do want one on the right side. That's okay. We'll just see more triggers, you know? It works out. It works out. Our opponent healed, we heal. We all good. So we're just going to restand Cool Hank. Cool Hank then restands this. Of course, we don't have the Victor, so we don't have that one extra stand, which is not the most ideal. But so yeah, the 5k I guess we should have put to the left side because we don't have the Victor restand. I forgot about that, but don't misplay like me. Don't misplay like me. So here next turn we can stride. Transizer is fine. Opponent chooses not to stride because is Victor even active? It's not. It's GB2. So yeah, it's a bit awkward. If it's GB1 maybe, but GB2 is it's really really rarely do you use it. And if you can use it, you probably lost, as I just said. So here again, setting up the same board, just Cool Hanking the way out, which is fine, Vanguard to rearguard. But if you're playing the crits, it can be a bit awkward. There you go, exactly what I just mentioned. Thank you, game. But you know, the Cool Hank it's cool. It's cool. Pushing to 5 is consistently is good. Yeah. Don't mind the crits. Sometimes you still get the draw if you're defensive checking it. So that's nice. We do have the grade 2s that we need. And I guess next turn we're probably going to be using the Vanguard skill again. We could go for the GR play. Should we go for the GR play? Is that the play? Is that the play? Is that the play? GR play. But we need to discard the PGs, which I'm not too comfortable with. So I don't want to. I don't want to. So I guess the positive is that I guess I'm showcasing that you don't need the GR. It's an option, but you don't need it. Which can be a good thing. Transizer helps us fill up the board. Unfortunately not. That's okay. Sonic again, can't really use it because we're not really restanding, but putting the starter is actually not a bad choice too. If you're in the same column. So Chemist 2, we're gonna give this power and a kill. There There we go. So we have 3 shots to the face. Our opponent has 3 cards. So let's see if they have 3 PGs or 3 heals. If we see a trigger, then we hit over that heal. We don't though. That's a PG. So they only have PGs left. No more heals. And that's game. Wow. Good card. You know, no, not bad. Don't skip on it. Don't sleep. Don't sleep. Retire good. So yeah. Good games. Unfortunately, we didn't get to showcase the GR, but if you tune in the streams, maybe I'll try it. But again, it wasn't really optimal to use it. We had PGs, we comfy, we good, so not really need to use it, especially since we are at 5 damage, so our opponent can't get their own hits on. So yeah, that's basically it for this video. I appreciate you for watching, and if you enjoyed it, remember to like the video and subscribe if you haven't already, just like our friend just now. And one more thing is, if you are a TCG player, of course, go check out our affiliate link down in the description box down below, so you can get your TCG supplies. You know, it's the best place to check out the marketplace, all the prices and all that, and get the stuff you need and support the channel at the same time. So that's basically it. I appreciate it, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.